For the first time since the lockdown in St. Kitts and Nevis, borders and hotels are to be reopened in the fourth quarter of 2020. According to Prime Minister Dr. Timothy Harris, the reopening of borders and hotel sector to commercial activity is being preceded by the training of thousands of persons.
Based on discussions with stakeholders in the tourism sector, it is expected that should things go as predicted, we shall be ready to open our borders by October 2020. An expansive training program is being spearheaded by the Ministry of Tourism in collaboration with the Ministries of Health and Civil Aviation. It aims to train over 5,000 persons in the industry at no cost to participants.
Several of the major hotels have expressed intent to reopen in the fourth quarter, certified by the Tourism Authority as properties adhering to COVID-19 protocols.
And the good news is that our major hotels are committed to St. Kitts and Nevis, and airlines are showing high interest in bringing their passengers to our shores. Marriott is still committed to St. Kitts and Nevis. A new general manager has arrived on island recently, and I gather that she will be the one to guide the operations forward. COI has advised that it has been in touch with Hilton, and it will reopen in the last quarter of 2020. Park Hyatt is expected to open fully in October 2020, providing work to its 180 employees. I am pleased, however, to learn that its Fisherman's Village restaurant is already open for business. The Royal St. Kitts Hotel is functioning, albeit in a reduced capacity.
The Prime Minister indicated that government will be meeting with the Four Seasons Resort on Nevis. Andre Huey, SKN Newsline.
Management of the financial affairs of the country will be prudent, especially in the context of the COVID-19 pandemic that has resulted in substantial loss of government revenue. Prime Minister Dr. Timothy Harris, responding to an SKN Newsline query on the financial status of the country, said there has been about a 40% reduction in revenue. At the same time, he said expenditure has also been increased, mostly for the stimulus package, workers' assistance, and the health system. The business community has also benefited from reduced corporation tax and other relief programs. Speaking at his monthly press conference in August, Prime Minister Harris said more details will come.
We shall try by our next press conference or before to give the dollar value, but we have lost in the region of 30 to 40% of all revenues as a result of the pandemic. And you could also conceptualize other areas where naturally we'd have lost revenue. You could think, for example, that with the closure of the borders, then there is no departure taxes, there is no hotel taxes to be collected, because those operations literally have come to a standstill. And so we still continue to be prudent in our management of the economy and the financial resources of the country. And in that regard, I have spoken in my initial statement to the reprioritizing of the expenditure, because we can't continue the expenditure at the same magnitude. Indeed, we have $120 million in a stimulus package, which was largely unbudgeted, well, unforeseen. So when you add that, we have had to reprioritize some of the expenditures to ensure that we do not overwhelm.
Unforeseen expenditures included the $15 million added to the health budget to prepare facilities and systems to deal with the COVID-19 pandemic. Glenn Bart, SKN Newsline.
It's not just iced tea and it's not cold tea. But who said we couldn't be in the middle? We are Mother Becky Quenchers, a herbal iced tea. It's a different and innovative take on using traditional herbs for tea. It's a home-brewed blend of natural organic herbs and spices, ready to drink at any time. We've turned ingredients you've used many times into something crisp, thirst-quenching, and did we mention taste awesome? Drinking tea just got better. Mother Becky tea.
In these stressful times, you need relief, a way to release your stress and care for your health. You need Serenity. Yes, Serenity Mobile Spa, where we come to your home and offer the very best in massage and spa treatment. Your health is our priority as we practice the highest hygiene procedures before, during, and after your treatment. Choose from massages to meet your physical needs, scrubs, facials, waxing, and much more. We also provide our customers a complimentary serving of refreshing local coconut water with each massage. During these restricted times, we urge our customers to stay healthy. We will come to you.
Call us at 762-0157 or 760-8899. Find us on Facebook, Serenity Mobile Spa St. Kitts, or email us at serenitymobilespa869@gmail.com.
Serenity Mobile Spa.
Auto Plus Car Wash, located on the College Street Gut, Bastyr, St. Kitts. Bring your car to Auto Plus Car Wash to remove water stains, wiper marks. Get your doors, roof panel cleaned, seat floor mats, buffing, headlights, and engine wash. You get quality service at the best price at Auto Plus Car Wash. They really care for your car. Call 765-5140 or visit them on the College Street Gut, Bastyr, St. Kitts. Auto Plus Car Wash, where the service is number one. Dr. Joyel Clark will be the newest senator in the parliament when it convenes on Thursday. The opposition St. Kitts Nevis Labour Party announced on Wednesday, in recognition of World Youth Day, that it will be appointing Dr. Clark, who the party described as a strong, stalwart youth activist and environmental advocate. We recognize you today and every day for your invaluable contribution to the party and your federation, the party said in a statement on its Facebook page. Dr. Clark serves as a teacher at the Keon High School and is the Environmental Science Club coordinator at that institution. The announcement of her appointment won plaudits from political commentator Duncan Big Lice Watley. He said on his Facebook page that Dr. Clark's appointment is the best political appointment in recent times in St. Kitts and Nevis. Thursday's meeting of Parliament is the first since the official opening of Parliament last month. Only government MPs and senators were sworn in at that time as the opposition boycotted the Parliament in lieu of 6 election petitions it filed in court alleging irregularities and fraud in the June 5th elections. The party has since withdrawn the petitions but has not offered any detailed reasons for this decision. According to Prime Minister Dr. Timothy Harris, Thursday's parliamentary meeting will address bills dealing with the obligations under the Caribbean Financial Action Task Force, CFATF, to prevent and suppress the financing of the proliferation of weapons of mass destruction and to make minor amendments to a number of laws, including the Customs Act, Police Act, FSRC Act, and Mutual Legal Assistance in Criminal Matters Act. The bill to limit the tenure of office of the Prime Minister will be presented for a first reading, and the National Assembly Elections Amendment Bill will provide for the length of stay that would qualify various persons to vote in the Federation. Andre Huey, SKN Newsline. August 12 is International Youth Day. On this occasion, Secretary General of the St. Kitts and Nevis National Commission for UNESCO, Dorothy Warner, acknowledged the role of young people as activists in addressing global issues.
This generation is also resilient, resourceful, and engaged. They are the young people who have risen up to demand climate action. They are mobilizing for racial justice and gender equality, and are the champions of a more sustainable world. They are peace builders, promoting social cohesion at a time of social distancing, advancing an end to violence globally, and advocating harmony at a time of rising hatred. Many are young women who have been on the front lines in mobilizing for justice and climate action, while also serving on the front lines of the COVID-19 responses.
She called on leaders and adults to do all in their power to ensure the safety of young people everywhere.
Realizing the promise of this generation means investing far more in young people's inclusion, participation, organizations, and initiatives. I call on leaders and adults everywhere to do everything possible to enable the youths to enjoy lives of safety, dignity, and opportunity, and contribute to the fullest of their great potential.
The theme of International Youth Day 2020 is Youth Engagement for Global Action, which seeks to highlight the ways in which the engagement of young people at the local, national, and global levels is enriching national and multilateral institutions and processes, as well as draw lessons on how their representation and engagement in formal institutional politics can be significantly enhanced. Andre Huey, SKN Newsline. The St. Kitts Nevis Football Association, the SKNFA Executive Committee, said it is closely monitoring the dispute surrounding the election of officers for the Newtown Football Club, NUFC. In a statement from the SKNFA issued Tuesday, the association said it received a letter on July 13th signed by a number of persons contesting the NUFC elections, which was constitutionally due by July 31st, 2020. The association said while the SKNFA is cognizant of the right of the NUFC and its members to settle these disputes through its own internal mechanisms, it is greatly concerned about the serious allegations of irregularities surrounding the elections of officers to manage the affairs of the club. To this end, the SKNFA encourages everyone involved to act in accordance with the principles of good governance, democracy, transparency, and fairness in the execution of the election process. The elections of officers in accordance with the club's statutes is the most important component of any club's governance structure, the SKNFA statement continued. The Executive Committee of the SKNFA approved a three-man delegation comprising First Vice President Mr. Don Grant, Second Vice President Mr. Cornel Williams, and Executive Member Mr. Ronald Williams to attend the annual general meeting and elections of the NUFC. The committee's role is to act as observers of the NUFC elections and to provide assistance if requested. The SKNFA said its observers are not mandated to manage the elections of the NUFC. The SKNFA said, quote, "Football plays a fundamental role in society. In particular, it is of considerable social, health, community identity, and pride, and economic significance. It is therefore important that everyone work together to ensure that all our member clubs continue to grow and develop football." A group led by businessman and Newtown native Halstead Isles claimed they were duly nominated but were being prevented by the current Newtown FC President Canty Borey from contesting the elections. Mr. Borey denied these claims and said the information he received suggested they were not duly nominated. The SKNFA assistance was requested in the matter, and SK Newsline understands that the election was subsequently postponed twice due to lack of quorum and was due to be held again up to news time Wednesday. We'll continue to monitor this development and provide updates. Andre Huey, SKN Newsline. The first Christina commemorative swim event was held on August 1st, marking the 50th anniversary of one of the Caribbean's worst maritime disasters. Division sportscaster Curtis Morton filed this report.
The St. Kitts Nevis Swim Federation, in collaboration with several stakeholders, pulled off a stunning event on Saturday, 1st of August. It was a swim from the site of the ill-fated Christina to Pinnes, where we are at this point. The president of the Swim Federation in St. Kitts Nevis is Winston Crook. Winston, there is a movie I used to watch. I don't remember what it is, but at the end of the movie, one of the star persons used to say, "I love it when a plan comes together."
The A-Team.
The A-Team. Would you want to say, "I love it when a plan comes together"?
I love it when everybody reaches back safely. That's for me the most important thing. No injuries and no problems. Then I can enjoy myself.
Nice. So it was planned. There was a lot of preparation, a lot of training. Winston, on the day, Did you have some slight heart palpitations?
Actually, no, because what the most wonderful thing is the weather cooperating. Because I mean, obviously, it's open water, it's open to the elements. You're not in control, so we were blessed with some fabulous weather on that day, and that enabled my concern level to go down, and that's the most important thing. So all the other things we had in place were fine.
On my left, Jane, we have Jeff, we have Mary, and we have Valerie. Now, these persons completed something that Winston Cook described as epic. It's indeed historic. A swim from the ill-fated wreck of the MV Christina right here to Pinnes. And I just want to know from them individually what the experience was like. So Jane, starting with you, tell us a little bit about your personal feelings jumping into that water on August the 1st. How did it feel? What are your thoughts now?
Well, you know, first of all, it was just such an honour to be a part of the commemorative swim. You know, Winston has told me about this, and I've known about this for quite some time. And I knew that it was planned. I didn't actually think I was going to be able to be on the island in order to do it. And certainly it's the longest I've ever swam because, you know, my distance, you know, people on Nevis might normally see me riding around the island because my sport's triathlon. So I usually do a swim, a bike and a run. And the swim portion it's actually only 3.8k. So it's less than half the distance that we did. So once we put in the practice, we knew we could do it. But it was so fantastic to be able to jump in beside the wreath which had already been laid, and then when we headed back to Pinnes Beach, the boat followed us, which threw out 243 wreaths to represent all of the departed souls on the boat. And you know what, it was just such an amazing experience.
I feel very good and very proud of my efforts. Mary was also a very integral part of kind of my mentorship and training. She actually got me into the swimming when I first arrived here. So she was kind of the first person I started swimming with. And then when I met Jane and Val, obviously Mary was still a part of that, and we really increased our training. But I guess I sort of personify what they're trying to do by getting people involved in training and exposing them to the sport of swimming and feeling comfortable in the water, because I came here just being a very recreational, you know, average swimmer, and was able to learn from these three ladies behind me and apply what they taught me to the water, and a lot of hard work. I mean, a lot of hard work, and I've had a lot of success doing the cross-channel swim, the peninsula swim a couple times on St. Kitts, and when I arrived here, I never could have imagined not doing the cross-channel, but doing a double crossing, starting from Nevis, going to Kitts, spinning around when it seems so natural to get out and maybe have a beer, and turning around immediately and swimming back to Nevis. I'm like, what am I doing?
How did it feel? What was your experience like?
Well, it did feel good. It did feel good to be in the water, and well, to me, it was something that I wanted to do for a long time. Since I arrived in Nevis, a lot of people told me about the Christina and what happened. And it really did blow my mind, meaning that was, wow, so many people cannot at least swim to enough time or float enough longer so that rescue coming. But I think also rescue take a little while to come. But I did hear that people did swim all that distance. And so it was a while, that a few years actually, that I wanted to swim, to do something to honor what happened, and you know, the one who survived, and with the 50th anniversary, I thought it's a good way to make really something special.
Great idea.
And especially that with the COVID, you cannot do big events, so it's a way of doing something small but big at the same time, right?
Huge thing. What would be your message to Nevisians here?
Just to take advantage of the island that you live on and we all choose to live on here. We go swimming every day. For me, you know, it's my new exercise since I moved to this island. And every time you're in the water, we see so many beautiful fish and sea turtles and stingrays and everything. And every time you look up, you either see the beautiful Nevis Mountain or you see St. Kitts. And it's an amazing sport because it's good for all ages. Well, Well, I guess not super young, but if you have any pains or any injuries, like it's light on your joints. It's something that everyone could do in every different degree, and there's many different strokes. So if certain, if you have certain pains or something like that, I have knee injuries, so by cycling or running is harder, and swimming is something that I can do, and it's so beautiful. And every time we're in the water, you just gain a new appreciation for the island, this beautiful island that we live on.
Decal printing, canvas prints, license plates, posters. We at Multigraphics are dedicated to providing quality products and service to our customers. Our team takes pride in the craftsmanship and is passionate about its work. Every job, large or small, is important. Most of our customers come to us through referrals. That's because our number one priority is service. We serve a wide variety of customers, such as restaurants, retail stores, manufacturers, trucking companies, and many more. Our capabilities include design, production, and installation. How can we help? We are located at Bird Rock at the Woods Right compound. Call us at 869-763-1511 or 784-491-7599. Multigraphics.
KVK Enterprises at Boyd's Housing Development, Trinity Parish, St. Kitts. For all your t-shirt printing, banners and signs, promotional products, shipping, motivational speeches, computer classes, agro-processing, art and craft, and desktop publishing. Come to KVK Enterprises at Boyd's Housing Development, Trinity, St. Kitts. Telephone 661-0118 or 765-7270. Email drkhrystus@kvklives.com or visit www.kvklives.com. KVK Enterprises.